Hi everyone, my name is Floki Crypto and I'm the founder of Valhalla Technical Analysis and Trading. We are presently April 8th, 2023. Welcome back to another every other Saturday of charting. Today we're going to be covering Bitcoin, Ethereum, ZIL, Solana, GALA, and Cardano. So without further ado, let's get to the charts. So, 2 weeks ago, we did cover uh, the macro count for Bitcoin. So, if we come back like two candles, this one right here was forming, and we're still in that same range. So, let's just zoom in just a little bit, calculate what that range is 26.6 and 29.2 approximately. That's still a 9, almost a 10% range, which is decent. We have volume falling off this weekend because of Easter. So we could see all the volume is under the moving average right here. So I want to go back because I had a glimpse of something on the RSI. See the top of B here? It's a peak right there. So if we draw that line right here, top here, we have a bearish divergence right there. I mean, we can still continue to go upwards, but I think that will ultimately send us down a bit. I do expect us to hit, at the minimum, 25K. What about here? We have the same divergence here. If we zoom in on here, top of B right here, so it's higher and lower. So it's actually a hidden bearish divergence on both fronts. So yeah, then we can just zoom in, see what it gives for the count. Count shouldn't have changed that much. I'm actually going to maintain this count exactly the way it is. This does have the looks of a completed wave 5 with the 4 here and the 5 being very short. So what comes after that? Correction. Either an ABC, XYZ, interchangeable. This line, I expect it to be challenged maybe after we bounce here, up here, and back down. Maybe something like this. Just going to put the lines on temporarily. Show you guys what I expect. Maybe something more like this. I do expect it to be symmetric with the upside. So 129 bars, 129 days. That's 4 months. Yeah, that's about it. 4 months, taking us into August. I do expect us to see some downside soon. Not saying Cap was right. Not saying he's wrong either, but I think not everybody understands the time frames he's working on. So let's take a look at Ethereum. It should be roughly the same. Oh, back out to weekly. Let's get rid of these fibs. We can redraw them if we need them. Well, that's SBTC. That's not what we want. Where did it go? Oh, it's up here. It's because it has an Odin zone in it. Let's zoom in for the exact count. This one actually made a higher high. That's a decent wave 5 here, which actually invalidates the Odin zone. I need to recalculate where it is. So you see RSI did not make a higher high, so it is a divergence. We have the histogram. Histogram did make a divergence. So let's just get rid of these fibs here, or at least put them back in the right place. This one comes up here. Let's see where it aligns now. Okay, so the golden pocket is just a bit higher. Actually, it makes a bit more sense now. Just like that. Where's this one coming? Oh, okay, that's just for the extension for the take profit. That's fine. Actually, we can tighten up this stop loss a bit here. Actually, let's just keep it below. I want to keep it below the body of these candles here. That'll give us a little bit more wiggle room. I wonder what we had. Let me just double check what we had as an Odin zone stop loss and RR for that play. We had 30 to 1, so it's up to 33. Stop loss, we brought that up by $4, which is, we'll take it, right? So yeah, let's zoom out just a little bit and see if this still makes sense. It's still grinding its way up there. If we do make it down to the Odin zone, it's going to bounce and these take profits might need to be revised. We'll see at that point what happens. So, just put the next chart up. All right, on to ZIL. This chart is bear. I'm going to, I think this is the index one, so we have from launch. All right, so let's take it from here. You always want to start at the bottom when counting new waves on macro time frames. Start with one, something like this right here, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then just gonna put these placeholders here. I think the 5 is here. Let's zoom in, find our wave 3 right there. I don't have the volume indicator on this one, so it's a bit tougher. Let's assume that this is the top of 5 right here. And I see out of the box, nice flat. This would be A, B, C. I'm just going to measure this for good form. Because you want your B wave of a flat to retrace 90%. And you see, it's catching it. So this is a valid flat. Now all that we need to do is validate that we have an impulse or a diagonal C. 5 waves are in. And we can assume at that point that we're in a new upwards impulse. Let's zoom in a bit more to count these waves. We're looking at a diagonal here. Something like this probably. Oscillators. This would be 3. So you have a spike here. Actually, this could be 1. Diagonals tend to get weaker as the moves continue. So this move might not be done. I think we might have a wave 1 here. a 2, a 3, and a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's draw the lines and see if that makes any sense. It's supposed to be contracting, but is it? Wow. It is not. So it's difficult to say with any certainty here what's going to be happening. It is still valid. It's just not moving nice, you know. And if ZIL breaks below this line here and finishes anywhere in here, this would validate our count. And I would be ready to buy in this zone right here for Zilquilla. What is the name of that? I have the impression that I'm not saying it right, so let's correct that right away. Ziliqua. Okay. Number 89 coin. This is the price. Markets. Binance has the biggest volume by far. Oh, we have Upbit, but that's a trading on KRW. MEXC. So Binance has the best reliability on here. That's all Binance in the top 10 here. All right. So Ziliqua. Apologies for misbaptizing you a few times. All right, so we'll keep an eye on this. Probably going to set an alert so we get notified if it comes and makes a new low, lower than this one. So let's set an alert on that. All right, and move on to the next one. Solana. Zoom back out to the weekly time frame. This is a nasty, nasty. It corrected almost 100%. Wow. It's pretty easy to count though. This is probably not the right time frame to count the waves, at least not on RSI. So let's zoom into the 3-day. Here we go. Yeah, this is a proper 3. Up there. 1, 2, 3, 4 here, and 5. Let's change that to the micro degree and see what we have here. This looks like an impulse with a B and a C. Diagonal. That's a zigzag. No doubt about it. Not for me anyway. So 1, 2, 3. Oh my god. Same thing as the Ziliqua. So this would be a 1. 2, 3, 4. Oh, this is bad news. This is bad. Well, the good thing is, if we do this and we're right, we're going to get some really, really cheap crypto down the road. The thing is, while Bitcoin, if we go back to Bitcoin, while Bitcoin is making its wave 2, if this is a 2, because there is a chance that Bitcoin does exactly the same thing that the other coins are doing, and this ABC isn't done and we make a new low and we hit some of those targets that we've been seeing around in crypto Twitter. So I think we're gonna have to wait and see, but there's always ways of making money in between, right? This is a valid count. Let me just put the wave so we can like get a better look at it. So what we're looking at when we have a diagonal like that, this one is contracting. There's no doubt about it. So you measure the top of 2 to the top of 4 and beyond, and 1 and 3. So this one is contracting. Not very much, but it is. All right. So what we're looking for again, like I said for Ziliqua, is for 5 to make a new low. And in this case, our buy zone would be anything in this zone here. Wait a minute. No, it's not a log chart. So let's zoom in just a bit more. That's a huge zone. I'd probably end the zone right here. There's confluence right there. Right there. Okay, so let's move it up just a little bit. 550. 550 probably be my last bid. If it does go any lower, probably be under $4 if I buy in that zone. Like this is so clear though. I'll have to confer with some of my buddies and see what they think about it. But yeah, I got Sol going back under $10, guys. Let's move on to the next one, which is GALA. So GALA, 3 days seems to be good. This is not a good looking chart. I wonder if we have any charts with a longer history. Let's check Binance, KuCoin, and Bitrex just for the hell of it. So it dates back to September 2021. Same thing. This one has even less history, so let's just get rid of that one right away. See, this chart has failed big time. So let's revert back to this one. Logically, this one has the most history, but it made a new low, so that makes me very uncomfortable. So you don't know where it's going to go from there, see? So this is a failed impulse, I guess. But there is saving grace is there is a bottoming pattern here. And with a big divergence, actually there's not a divergence yet. So we could suspect double bottom here. Unless this is your mini wave one. So we have two scenarios here. I'll paint them out. Bullish scenario is this. Bearish scenario is this. So the difference between the two is the bullish one, you have new impulse has already started. Actually, it's not a new impulse, it's the first macro impulse. Since this impulse is failed, you can't have wave 2 retracing more than wave 1. So this was never an impulse. And as with the red part, the difference is the correction isn't finished and we're waiting on a divergent wave 5. So we'll be waiting for something like this for red right there, and we'll have a lower low on RSI and volume, etc. So that would be it for GALA. That's what I'm expecting. No matter what happens, I think we are going to be going lower, if only because of Bitcoin. So, yeah, we can't retrace that much lower though. We'll see. I think maybe let's zoom in here to the 12-hour and see if we can find a place of confluence where we might want to test some longs. There's always this double bottom here at the bottom of the golden pocket, but I do see a lot of confluence in this area here, like right there, possibly. So yeah, I'm not going to set an alert because since this is a failed impulse, I'm not going to be wanting to trade it unless we see something with more conviction. So that's it for GALA. Let's move on to Cardano and zoom back out to the weekly. Let's see what's going on here. It's already printing its bottoming pattern. This took a long time the last time. So let's just say, let's toggle on the log chart right here. See what's going on. It's actually very ugly. I don't like it. This spike here throws a monkey wrench into the count. So I'm just going to ignore this right here for the moment and focus on what we can chart. This impulse here is 1, 2. This would be the top of 3, 4, and 5. Let's set that to a micro degree. Remove the wave lines and set it back to linear chart to count the bearish waves. I'm going to have to zoom in some on here. Get rid of this. Actually, I want to see. Yeah, this probably is wave A right here with a very strong wave 1. Let's put the zigzag here. And 1, 2, 3, 4. So it looks like Ziliqua and Sol. So I have it not finished. Zoom into the daily. Give us some space to work with. And draw the final impulse of C. This would be it here. Then you have some chop right there. This would be 2. Actually, this would be 2. Oh, this would be 2. A, B, and C. This would be 3 down here. And we have 4. And A, B, and C for 5. So one more wave down. Let's just draw the diagonals, make sure that the waves make sense. Oh no. Oh no, they do not. It is contracting. Unless this 4 here, unless this is the top of 4, which then it would make sense. But this would have to go higher, in my opinion. So Cardano would like to have to come here, at least make a double top. It would still be contracting. And then at that point, we draw the horizontal line at the bottom of 3, and 5 will need to finish beyond that in order for it to be a valid diagonal once again. Let's make this red, and let's reduce the degree to submicro so it all makes sense. So yeah, we now have a zone here for Cardano, which we're going to monitor once it breaks below this point here. So let's set an alarm on that, and we're drawing to a close with this charting session for Saturday, April 8th. So guys, I've been offered a partnership with BitGet, and I can offer you guys significant kickback on any referrals that sign up. So I'm going to be putting a link in the description, and if you guys want deposit bonuses or trading bonuses that can be arranged, sign up under my link and you will get 10% off your trading fees. Thanks for being with us, and if you like what I do, click the like button and subscribe, and I'll see you on Discord. Have a good week, everybody. Happy Easter.